Tannehill on first down. That is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. Oh, now he bowls him over. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. On first down, Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Come on, gotta go.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the... Five at the 6. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. Here's Gore. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Frank Gore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Come on, come on.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Finding Gabriel complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
180! Lock in.
First down, this is Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the 4th-year man for Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the turfing. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Lock in. There we go. You see it? Lock in.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he stopped immediately there.
Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Letting one go deep for the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down. But they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Lock in, lock in.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. In for the score. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go. Hey.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
Hurry.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again, it's Trubisky. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st down throw. Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Acho. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Play action. It's Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second half starts with a run by Rawls. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A nice strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that. Because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On first down, Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Lock in. Come on, gotta go.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try to run with Rawls. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. On the ground, Rawls. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. On third and goal, Trubisky. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Around the NFL, they've gone to the third in Cleveland. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They go again with Rawls.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys tripping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, hustle, fellas.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, there you go. You said someone was going to have to step up, force a turnover. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, now they need to capitalize, get this back to a one-score game. From there, anything can happen.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go. Run.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. It's brought in by Kevin White. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, here's Rawls. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It felt like Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears, was in the draft room with his general manager because picking up this pass catcher from Memphis, Anthony Miller, made to order for a young quarterback. A nice slot who can make plays like we just saw.
He is fun to watch. Went from being a walk-on at Memphis to completely rewriting the record books out wide. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So Rawls appears to be shaken up. He remains down. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here's Trubisky to throw. His throw incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. One-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. clock down at about the 42. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Four down.
Balaj. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Here we go. Get set. Hey, four down.
Right back to him on first down. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run. It's Gore. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, gotta go. Lock in.
Now Trubisky on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. On second down, Trubisky rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Miami, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you.